just a few. Deputy Speaker, one of the big gaps in the budget is any vision around the manufacturing sector. Australians want Australia to make stuff, not just to bring it in from other countries. One area where we know there's nearly $50 million of investment planned in the next decade is in rail investment, rolling stock, with state governments around Australia doing a variety of projects. Of course, in Sydney, we have an existing rail network that needs serious investment, and in the longer term, we should be building high-speed rail between Brisbane and Melbourne via Sydney and Canberra. Now, of course, Australian steel should be given absolute priority in these projects, but we should also be looking to produce the rolling stock itself, not buying it overseas. It is an absolute disgrace that in New South Wales you've got a government that is buying new trains for the Blue Mountains in my electorate of Macquarie. They're coming from overseas. That's $2.3 billion of investment not going to Australian businesses. Especially there's the complication that the carriages are too wide for our platforms, they're too long for our platforms, and there are serious questions about the suitability of the trains for our early morning commuters. Now, a commitment by the federal government to develop a national $50 billion rail industry plan wouldn't be a big burden on the budget. It would make a huge difference, though, to have collaboration between industry, governments, training providers and unions. They would not be stumping up, the federal government would not be stumping up that money, but it would facilitate the expenditure of those billions of dollars in Australia. It would lead to more apprentices and a more highly skilled workforce with specialist skills, which we lost with the demise of the car manufacturing industry thanks to this government's unwillingness to have any vision. It's impossible to predict what a workforce skilled in train production might be able to turn its hand to in decades to come, but you'd have to be able to imagine a range of sectors where there'd be future transferability. The AMWU, which has seen its members suffer most under the loss of manufacturing jobs, can see the sense of this coordinated approach. In my own electorate, we've got about 500 manufacturing businesses of varying sizes. We have the capacity for growth, and outside the tourism sector, the manufacturing sector has the most businesses employing 20 people or more, largely in the Hawkesbury. So workers can see a benefit in working closely with industry. Business can see it. It's just a government that can't seem to see how all this fits together. Investing time and money into building the capacity of local manufacturing would not just produce trains, but it's a sort of investment in our people and our future that this government should be making.